right, hey guys, we're just about ready to start our egg extravaganza, also known as the Easter Jam, and you guys are just in time for our excellent competition that I like to call Egg Explosion. See, we have gathered 4 wonderful Trinity families who have agreed to take up this challenge. See, each one of them is going to have their turn to take the razors and shaving cream off a balloon. See, they're gonna have to be careful though, because one wrong move and bam, there'll be an egg explosion. Why don't we go meet our families?
We are Team Pro!
Hi, we're the Richardson family.
Woo!
Hey, we're the Henningham family. Woo!
Okay, we're the Macintosh family, and
All right, so awesome. Why don't we get started? And oh, don't forget, you guys at home can make a guess to see who's gonna win. Already, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Bro family, and thank you so much for everyone for participating. Did you guys guess correctly at home? Well, I should get off the stage soon, because guess what? It's almost time for Easter Jam, and I'm so excited all these jelly bellies that in my belly that I ate already. You know what? Oh, I'm just hyped for the EJ. Oh, don't tell Dan. It's the abbreviated version of Easter Jam. They said no one would know what I was talking about, but you guys get it right? Right? Okay, anyways, I'll see you guys over there.
I can't stop singing, singing, singing about you. I can't stop shouting. Whoa! I can't stop, I won't deny it. Nothing's ever gonna keep me quiet. You have
Hey friends, happy Easter! I'm Dan and I'm so excited you've joined us for the Easter Jam. What we celebrate at Easter is the most important event ever. It's a moment in the world that changed everything, forever. It's about more than chocolate and eggs and trying to find that last Easter treat that's been hiding since last year. Easter is a true story, told and recorded by many eyewitnesses. It's a time when God accomplished a promise he made to put the world back together again, and that includes us, his most prized creation. And it means no matter what's happening right now, we can have peace and look forward to what happens next with great confidence.
No way! I'm looking back.
Chad, I know I said you didn't have to dress formally, but this seems a little extreme.
It's all I had.
It's like you're trying to recreate your childhood or something.
Are you kidding me? Of course.
You had dinosaurs in your childhood?
Well,
I knew you were old, but I didn't think you were that old.
usually my family would get together and we'd dress up and take pictures with the Easter Bunny, but I didn't have any really nice clothes, so I grabbed the next best thing.
A T-Rex outfit?
Yep.
Well, okay, I guess I can see where you're going with that. But why do you want to look back this Easter and not forward?
Are you kidding me? My childhood? The candy. The candy.
I can definitely understand missing being a kid, but you know what?
What?
Easter isn't about photos with the Easter Bunny or candy. It doesn't mean we can't have fun with these things, but we celebrate Easter because of what Jesus did for us. If we're always looking back, we might miss the amazing things God has in front of us.
Yeah, you're right. Being a kid was great, but being an adult's good too. I mean, let's be honest. I can buy candy whenever I want.
That's awesome.
Let me get out of this suit and we can continue this conversation a little better. Whew, that feels so much better.
Hey, speaking of fun ways to celebrate, did you know there are many different Easter traditions around the world?
Wow, what are they?
Well, in the Ukraine, they decorate their Easter eggs with melted wax to make really detailed designs. They call them pasanke, I think.
Word.
In France, they bake cakes that are in the shape of a lamb. And in Spain, they make intricate chocolate sculptures. Here in Canada, we have these delicious treats called hot cross buns.
Wait a second, isn't that a song?
Well, yes it is. But these buns are filled with dried fruit and are topped with icing. Also, in some countries, they play games. Like in the United States, for example, they catch Easter eggs down a ramp into their basket and see who can get the most. In Switzerland, they toss coins at their eggs to see who can break them first.
Those sound like real exciting games.
You know, you really crack me up sometimes, Chad. And since we're talking about Easter traditions, I thought it would be fun to make a new tradition with a game I like to call Don't Crack Under Pressure. Why don't we take a minute and we'll get everything set up.
So Dan, how does this game work?
Well, Chad, the goal of this game is to not smash the egg. Each of us will take turns tapping on the top of this container, and our turn will either tap or pick it up. The idea is you want the other person to break the egg. The important thing to remember is that we have to do this as fast as we can. You don't want to be the one to smash the egg, but you do want your opponent to. Are you ready to play?
Oh, you bet. I won't be beaten. Oh, yeah! Oh, that was a lot of fun. What
Chad, you totally got me. I thought I was going to win that one.
That mess was no yoke.
We should probably take some time and clean this up.
Yes, you probably should.
We'll be right back.
I see why you'd want this game to be part of our new Easter traditions, but I don't really understand what it has to do with Easter.
Actually, Easter is all about things starting out broken and messy and then putting them back together.
Oh, that gives me an idea. I bought these 2 Easter eggs for us to eat together. But I thought maybe we'd have a little fun with it instead.
All right, sounds good. I actually get to eat one?
What? No. We're going to get a little wacky. So we're going to play a little game. It's called the egg smashing game.
Oh.
So on the count of 3, we're going to make a fist and we're going to smash the egg as hard as we can. Got it?
I can do that.
Ready? 1, 2, wait!
What? What's wrong?
I think this would be funner if we had a few more friends with us. Hey kids, why don't you come and join us? All right, this is how this works. You will take your hand and wallop on the eggs. You only get 1 whack at it, so you better make it good. We'll all count down to the swing of the egg smashing. Each person will hit their chocolate bunny at the same time. I'll say 1, 2, 3, smash. Got it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, smash!
Smash!
Now that seems pretty easy, right? That's because we haven't even started yet.
What?
See all that damage was just to get ready. You can't fix something without breaking it, right? Well, it looks like you guys are almost as good as me at breaking things. Just ask my wife. But the real challenge is all about fixing things, isn't it? So each person will have 60 seconds to put their egg back together. What you're going to do is you're going to take your egg pieces with the frosting and you're going to try and put your eggs back together. Are we ready? Everyone grab some frosting. Gather as many pieces as you can. Uh-oh, the Vinegar boys kind of smashed it too hard.
Count it down, Chad.
On your marks, get set, go! All right, so the Vinegar boys have a lot of really small pieces. We're not sure what they're going to do. The Burning girls have a couple of large ones, so they're really trying their best to kind of put those together.
Yep.
Crosby wants to eat his. Go ahead, Crosby, eat it. You want to eat it?
Squish it
Eat
back together.
Gavin, how you doing? What are you
Just
up
get
to?
the big pieces together.
Are you
Just
gonna
put
eat
as
it?
much. Dip them in the frosting. Just dip the chocolate and get it in there.
Dip it in there. There you go. Keep going. Got to try and get it put back together. Try making eggs.
Were you guys going to need this piece?
What does an egg look like?
Good. Sarah's got 1 piece. Anna's got 2. Get the big pieces.
Oh, there's another piece.
That was ours.
Oh, that one's yours. All right, we almost done?
Anna, just dip those 2 pieces
Better
in there.
hurry. Time's running out. How much
Put
time we got left?
Put gobs. We're down to 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2.
1.
Hands up, hands off. Let's
All right,
see.
let's see what you've done.
Oh, not bad.
Wow, I don't think I'm going to be able to look at a chocolate egg the same way ever again.
Thanks so much for helping us out today. These look great. Why don't you take your eggs and we'll get this mess all cleaned up. That was actually almost a good setup for Easter.
It is? I mean, of course it is. Because chocolate?
No, maybe it's time we take a break from all the chocolate while we focus on the actual story of Easter.
That sounds like a good idea, actually. I think it's going to be a while until I can eat a chocolate egg again. Anyways.
So now that we've experienced balloon popping, egg smashing, and egg destroying, we can begin to understand what Easter is all about. You see, this is a day set aside to remember and celebrate the most incredible, amazing event the world has ever experienced. This day changes everything for everyone. It's about taking something broken and putting it back together.
But not with frosting, with love.
Exactly. Today is a perfect time to hear the story. Like really hear what it may have sounded like to be there.
Not what you were expecting. I know what you're thinking. That was 3 months ago. But the truth is, our story today can't happen without Christmas and the birth of Jesus. See, from the very beginning, when Adam and Eve turned away from God, our world has been broken.
But even then, God had a plan to fix what was broken, to restore us. On that first Christmas, God, the God who made the universe, sent his own son to be a tiny baby to live here among us. How mind-blowing is that? He experienced everything that we do. But Jesus didn't stay a baby. He grew up. He did amazing things.
I can see. I can see. I'm walking here.
Like healing people who hadn't been able to walk or see since they were born. One time on a lake, Jesus ended a wild storm just by the sound of his voice. Stop!
Amazing. Many people loved Jesus, and great crowds followed to hear him teach. He told people to love God and to love others. His closest followers, the disciples, believed Jesus was the one promised by God to restore his people. They thought Jesus was about to become a wonderful king over everything. I don't think the disciples were surprised when Jesus entered Jerusalem to celebrate Passover and a giant crowd showed up to cheer for him.
People waved palm branches and threw their cloaks down in front of him. The disciples may have thought it wouldn't be long before Jesus took over, but the religious leaders saw Jesus as a threat to the way they had always done things. They made a plan to crush the work that Jesus was doing.
The religious leaders paid one of Jesus' disciples to betray him. For 30 pieces of silver, Judas agreed to help them arrest Jesus later that night. It looked like God's plan was breaking down. That evening, Jesus shared a meal with all the disciples. Jesus took a basin of water. And he washed his friends' feet, even the feet of Judas. Jesus told them he would leave them soon, but he would return. His friends struggled to understand, wasn't Jesus supposed to be the promised king? After dinner in the Garden of Gethsemane, things really seemed to break down.
There he is. Get him.
Judas betrayed Jesus to the religious leaders. Jesus was arrested and taken to stand trial before the high priest. False witnesses told lies about him, and even Jesus' closest friend, Peter, denied knowing him. The religious leaders couldn't sentence Jesus to die, so they sent him to the Roman governor Pilate, who finally gave in to the crowd and had Jesus beaten and sentenced to death.
Jesus was forced to drag his own cross made of 2 heavy beams of wood. Bleeding, beaten, and sore, he hauled it to the top of a hill where Jesus, God's Son, was nailed to that cross. Jesus hung on that cross and died. The sky went dark. It seemed God's plan had been destroyed. Jesus' body was taken down, wrapped in cloths, and laid inside a tomb. A huge rock was placed in front of the opening.
It looked like Jesus' mission had failed. His friends were devastated. For 3 days, they hid out, with no idea what to do. Everything that had seemed so right had gone so wrong. It was terrible. It was quiet. It was scary. And if the story ended there, we wouldn't be here today. But in the darkness and brokenness, God was still at work. On the 3rd day, an angel threw open the stone that blocked the entrance to that tomb.
Jesus returned to life. Suddenly, all those broken pieces started to come together. All that mess started to make sense. God was using all of it, all the great times and the not so great times, to tell his story. And it was beautiful.
Jesus appeared to his friends and to many people who had seen him die. They knew the truth. Jesus is alive. He lived the perfect life. Then he willingly chose to die for us. Think about it. If you walk down a busy street Every person you passed, Jesus died for them. He loves each and every one of us that much. He took all the broken pieces of our lives and made a way for us to live forever with God. It's that simple, that beautiful, that amazing. Choosing to follow Jesus doesn't mean that everything will be perfect in your life, but it does mean that God will make everything right in the end.
Let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much for loving us. Thank you for your Son, Jesus, and the beautiful story of his life, his death, and resurrection. Thank you that he is alive today and we can follow him with our whole lives. We love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Chad, where'd you go?
1 minute, I'll be right there. I thought of something while we were smashing all those pots. You know, how we talked about God uses the broken pieces of our lives?
Of course. God makes beautiful things when he puts those broken pieces back together.
Exactly. So that's why I made this.
Wow, that is beautiful. I think that's exactly how God sees us. He doesn't see the broken pieces, the ones with the jagged, sharp edges, or ones that we think are useless and beyond repair. Instead, he sees those pieces as a way to create something new within us, something beautiful and amazing.
I'm glad you like it. You know what?
What?
Here, I made this for you.
For me? I'll make sure I hang this where everybody can see it. Thanks, Chad.
That was awesome. So what do we do now?
Well, we keep celebrating Easter.
I thought that was what we just did.
Yeah, but Easter is something that we can celebrate every single day of our lives. It's the greatest thing that has ever happened. Jesus came back to life so that we can experience our lives with confidence of God's love.
That sounds like a great reason to celebrate. I'm ecstatic to keep going.
Me too. So let's start by doing something we always do to celebrate.
Eat.
Sing. Wait, what?
Sweet, let's sing then eat.
Deal.
Happy Easter, everybody.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. Cross the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, you wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.